All right, Shalom. I want to start by saying, call law, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, KAKADASH. Double honors to the apostles of Israel, aka apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach his truth and all truth and sincerity. All right, real quick. So, something I came across, and this article is from a couple days ago, and I heard something about it. I think I just seen it across my Google search engine, and the title reads, this is from CNN Business, and it reads, Bill Gates, the owner, the founder, whatever, of Microsoft, announces plan to give... Fucking stupid ass radio. Should be acting up in the sun. Says, announces plan to give virtually all his money away and end the Gates Foundation in 20 years. Now, I looked up this guy now. Bill Gates, as of right now, he's 69 years old, and he turns 70 in late October. So that means that, and he talked about when he's 90 years old, he's going to give away virtually all his money. But at that point, you're 90 years old, what the fuck you got to do to enjoy your money? You're 90. And that's even if you make it that far. That's even if America makes it that far. Because honestly, 20 years from now, like, look, like, God forbid, it could happen. But the way things are going right now, like, Lord willing, it don't. Because 20 years from now, I'll be like 60, But yeah, so I'll get right into this article. And I got a scripture, the Lord wanted to be edifying. So it says, when Bill and Melinda French Gates created the Gates Foundation in 2000, they had planned for the organization to continue its work using their remaining fortune for several decades after they died. But now the billionaire Microsoft founder says he doesn't want to wait that long to give away most of his wealth. Shalom, be more. So I'm like, what caused that sentiment now? Obviously, they said that when they started, this was the plan. But what changed your mind is the question. What changed your mind to want to speed up that process? So it says, Gates announced on Thursday that he now plans to distribute virtually all of his wealth, around 200 billion, he estimates. Now, I remember when I was a junior in high school, they said Bill Gates' net worth was $48 billion. Oh, word, right? Word. Definitely the MOT. Because, that MOTB, man, that's going to be the nail on these devils' coffin, Because once they bring the MOTB to see him, everything else is going to fall into place real quick. So it says, 200 billion he estimates within the next 20 years before shuttering the foundation on December 31st, 2045. Now, quote unquote, New Year's Eve? What's up with that? Why you want to do it at that time, that year, that day? All right. So it says that the announcement comes as President Donald Trump's administration is working to slash funding for health, foreign aid, and other public assistance programs, the types of causes the Gates Foundation supports. Oh, so that's the reason. Because I didn't read this article yet. So it says, raising concerns about stalled progress on research and other crucial projects. Man, y'all done got everything out the way now. He was the dude spearheading for the V, for the jab. But now that your planes off the ground, you see yourselves going down. You got the prophets out here saying you about to go down. You got the names, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, ringing in you devils' ears from his people, the Israelites, man. That's why y'all really scared. Y'all know what's about to come. Y'all know what your future really is. All right? And it says, it says Bill Gates wants to accelerate the foundation's work on global health and equity initiatives, and hopes the move will set a model for other billionaires, he said in a blog published Thursday morning. The pledge builds on Snake's track record of promoting philanthropy. He, along with ex-wife French Snakes and Warren Buffett, right? Oh, Warren Buffett. The same man that say he's stepping down from the Berkshire Hathaway, whatever the fuck he doing. The one dude that made money due to from all these tariffs. The one guy, they said, if you see his dividends in Coca-Cola, how much he makes from Coca-Cola alone. So it says his ex-wife Melinda and Warren Buffett launched a giving pledge in 2010 to encourage wealthy individuals to donate most of their fortunes to charitable causes either during their lifetimes or in their wills, and now has more than 240 signatories. But what the fuck is that? Yo, y'all still going into slavery. Any of you Edomites that's of these billionaires that they're talking about, y'all still going into slavery. YAHAWASHI still about to fuck you up. That's what you fuckers don't understand. It don't matter how much you quote unquote give to charity, how much you try to be quote unquote being a good person, doing good deeds, man. Your deeds is already set to the Heavenly Father for your iniquities. And now your judgment is coming. Now you trying to save face. You feel a little guilty? Well, the Lord don't give a fuck, man, and neither do we. Bill Snakes, Warren Buffett, Warren Buffett is way older than Bill Snakes. But at the end of the day, he talking about when he around Bill Gates, Warren Buffett's age in 20 years. He about to turn 70. So in 20 years, he'll be turning 90. You think America got that long? You think you devils got that long so you can just make plans for that future? But no. The Lord said, what, you think your household to continue forever? Because you got Warren Buffett talking about how he's going to divide his will to his children. But your children might not see the prosperity that you saw, Warren. So it says, people will say a lot of things about me when I die. Nigga, we saying them shit about you when you live. Fuck you, Bill Snakes. It says, people will say a lot of things about me when I die, but I'm determined that he died rich will not be one of them. Yo, these devils got some nerve. Yeah, but you gave it away at your you turning 90. You still died. You still gonna be a quote unquote rich man. No matter how much your carnal, your earthly treasures you give away. So he says, Snakes, who turned 70 later this year, wrote, there are too many urgent problems to solve for me to hold onto resources that could be used to help people. Well, you didn't feel that way 20 years ago when you were 50. Or 30 years ago when you were 40. You didn't feel that when you was in the prime of your wealth. Matter of fact, hold on, let me get that scripture now, because I'll read that again. So this is what Snakes is saying. So it says, people will say a lot of things about me. So this is Bill Snakes talking. It says, me when I die. But I am determined that he died rich will not be one of them. Gates, who turns 70 later this year, wrote, there are too many urgent problems to solve for me to hold on to resources that could be used to help people. Let's go to the scriptures. So this is the book of Job. I think the brother probably, what you put it? They want Lazarus mercy. Yeah, word, right? But you ain't gonna get that, Bill. Oh, Willie. Oh, Bill, William. Warren, Bill, all you motherfuckers. Elon's, all you Jeff Bezos, man. The Lord, yo, it don't matter how charitable you try to be at your end. This is prophecy. This is what the Lord says you're gonna do. I'm about to read it. So this is the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 5. It says that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for the moment, right? And we go into the NLT of Job, chapter 20, verse 5. It says, the triumph of the wicked has been short-lived, and the joy of the godless have been only temporarily. Now, it doesn't mention Edom in here, but how do we know that that's talking about Esau, Edom? Let's go into something else. Hebrews. What was it? 12. Oh yeah, it was for chapter 12. So, oh my gosh! Oh, God, checkmate, motherfucker. So it's the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 16. Now, it's the King James, but I'm going to also read the KJV. It says, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Now, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, those are Edomites. Now, let's go to the NLT now. So, Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. It says, make sure that no one is immoral or godless like Esau, who traded his birthright as the firstborn son for a single meal. For a single meal, he sold his birthright. It says, let no one be make sure that no one is immoral or godless like Esau, right? Now let's go back to the Job. Now, this is the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 5 in the NLT. It says, the triumph of the wicked has been short-lived, and the joy of the godless, the joy of the godless has been only temporarily. What did it just say in Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16? Let no one be as immoral or godless as Esau. So Esau is the wicked. So when it talks about Job 9 and 24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, it's talking about right now. Who's ruling right now? The wicked. And now who's the wicked? Esau. Esau is the actual wicked seed that's walking the earth. Who's the most immoral person, ungodly person on the earth? That's Esau, Edom, the so-called white race. And all people that come from that seed. All right? This is Job chapter 20, verse 6. It says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens and his head reach unto the clouds. And when you go to the NLT, it says, though the pride of the godless reaches to the heavens and their heads touch the clouds. The godless, riches, pride, all with that. Even, throw Trump up in there too. But you got Bill Snakes out here talking about he want to get, by when the time he's 90, he wants to give all away his wealth. Who said you're gonna live to 90, nigga? That's the pride of the devil alone that he planted 20 years from now. Not knowing that this motherfucker, this place can get nuked within the next couple years. You talk about 20 years. But anyway, go back to the article. So I'm gonna start back where I left off. So it says, this is him talking, Bill. William Gates. It says, he wants to, oh shit. Where the fuck up? Okay, it says, people will say a lot of things about me when I die, but I am determined that he died rich will not be one of them. Gates, who turns 70 later this year, wrote, there are too many urgent problems to solve for me to hold on to resources that could be used to help people. It says his foundation, one of the world's largest philanthropies, has already given away more than $100 billion since its founding, including to develop new V's, diagnostic tools, and treatment delivery mechanisms to fight disease around the world. But hold up, you're the ones putting the disease on the world. You are the disease of the world. You and your other Edomites, man. You motherfuckers in the power seats. You elites. You're not even giving money. You're not even giving money to. You should be giving money to. You should be giving your money to Jake, motherfucker. But you talk about doing shit that's still gonna be killing people. That's still gonna be leaving a fucking wicked mark of the fucking wicked name of the name Bill Snakes. It says Gates has increased the pace of his giving in recent years, especially following the emic, but Thursday's announcement marks a dramatic acceleration in the mobilization of his wealth. The Gates Foundation called it the largest philanthropic commitment in modern history. It says over the next 20 years, the foundation will focus on three main goals: ending preventable deaths of moms and babies, eradicating deadly infectious diseases, and lifting hundreds of millions of people around the world out of poverty. But hold up. You can do that right now. Yo, give me some money, nigga. Give the Israelite, give the so-called black man, black people, so-called Hispanic people, Native American people who you've been pummeling all these years. What about the money that the people that died from the fucking V you've been pushing? So the C-19 V that you've been pushing has been making people drop dead. How about giving their families money? And talk about lifting hundreds of millions of people around the world out of poverty. But no. Oh, you want to lift people out of poverty now? Let's go to the scriptures. Where was I? So I was at verse 6 of Job chapter 20. So it says, I'm reading the NLT. So it says, though the pride of the godless reaches to the heavens and their heads touch the clouds. Now I'm reading the NLT till verse 10. And it says, verse 7 of Job chapter 20, verse 7 in the NLT. It says, yet they will vanish forever, thrown away like their own dung. Those who knew them will ask, where are they? Because these devils, Bill Gates included, man, you're at your end, man. It's a spirit, it's a vibe. The Lord is putting in your mind, oh, now you want to give away your wealth to lift millions out of poverty. Why wait till 20 years? Why not start now? You see how that works? You could just start now, but no. And they say, oh, he's already started giving. Well, what you giving ain't going to stop your judgment. It's not going to stop the judgment of Esau. It's not going to stop the judgment of you elites that's coming from Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, which is to put your ass in captivity. Here it is, you done lived your full life. You live a full life of being rich, and now all of a sudden, now that you're old and decrepit, now you want to talk about lifting people out of poverty. But you done put mad niggas, you done put mad people in poverty for more than 20 years. Devil. That's what the Lord said, man. The Lord can't be bought. Your silver and your gold, man, shall not riches profit not in the day of wrath. And we're coming into the time of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI's wrath. And his wrath is going to be damn sure on you Edomites, you godless nation. This is the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 8 in the NLT, and it says, they will fade like a dream and not be found. They will vanish like a vision in the night. That's y'all future. Y'all gonna vanish like a vision in the night, man. Man, you had a vision, then it's gone. You never get it back. You're gonna be a faded memory. You devils, man. After you serve your captivity, that 1,000 years, then you're gonna be completely exterminated. So as of right now, the so-called white race, you Edomites, you're an endangered species, man. And we're not, and I don't like to say white people, but I'm talking about you Edomites, man, because you got a lot of so-called white people that could be of the other nations as well. Because Esau's seed is scattered as well. You got a lot of Israelites that are among the so-called white race, man. So it's not a thing of color. It's not about white people, but as you Edomites are as like the basis of so-called white people, man. All right? Just like all Israelites ain't all so-called black people. All so-called black people are not of the seed of Israel, man. You have to be from the seed of Israel to be delivered. You're going to be from the seed of Esau to be destroyed and exterminated, man. That's how that works. The Lord said, judge not on the outer appearance. This is Job chapter 20, verse 9. And the NLT, it says, those who once saw them will see them no more. Their families will never see them again. Y'all never going to be around again. No one's going to know the seed of Esau. Remember the Lord said what? He should be blotted from under heaven. His remembrance shall be blotted from under heaven. So when it's going to come a certain time, the seed of Esau is going to fade away. And you're going to see no more so-called white people on the earth. Not that with that appearance. And that's the future for you devils. That's it. That's what's coming to you. So you can get what you got, do what you're going to do now, you know, whatever your racist shit, your MAGA shit, your Trump supporters. But just know one thing. Remember the name Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI whatever you do. And you will give Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI reverence because you're the ones that did his people the worst. You did the one true living God's people the worst. That's why the Lord called you a godless nation, man. Look how y'all look how y'all conduct yourselves. Look how y'all rule the earth by almost destroying it and destroying everything that's in the earth. I'm gonna read actually this is the actual main scripture I thought of when I seen that article. So this is the book of Job chapter 20 verse 10, and it reads, his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. Now, what Bill Gates talk about, I got enough things going on, I want to hold on to these resources, and now I can help people. You want to help people at what, 90? 70? Now you trying to appear to be what exactly? You trying to appear to be what? A righteous person? A moral person? Nah, too little, too late, motherfucker. So this is the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 10 in the NLT. It reads, their children will beg from the poor, for they must give back their stolen riches. And who's the poor now? Israel. Israel's the poor on the earth right now, man. All you other nations, you're over the nation of Israel, the children of Jacob. So even you elites, because you're elites, you're the richest of the rich. You're the richest of the Edomites. So you're going to be the first ones heating to these words, man. You're going to eat these words, man. You're going to give up that money. You're going to give up your gold. You're going to give up all your resources back to the children of Israel. And you will have no more dominion after that. And that's when Yahawah comes back. He's going to get you from under your bunkers, where the fucking rock you hiding under. And he's going to pummel you. And he's going to put your ass in a captivity where you belong, along with the rest of the nations of the earth, man. Along with the rest of the actual Gentiles. That's what's coming to the earth, man. You see all the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, we be getting the shit into the stick, especially here in America, where the Lord's going what? Destroy America, destroy you devils, destroy you heathens, put you down the sides, and put us back on top, and then we're going to stay on top forever. Starting with the remnant and the elect of the Israelites, man. The 144,000 men, 12,000 men out of each 12 tribes, and then the rest of the Israelites that come back, that were destroyed on this side, with the rest of the elect as well, with the 144,000. That's what you devils are scared of, man. And that's what you witnessing. That's how you witness, and that's it right there. That's the golden ticket. The golden ticket is to be what? Part of the elect of Israel. And as myself, I hope to be part of the elect. Brothers watching, Shalom, hope to be part of the elect. Brothers or sisters, whoever's watching. This thing is about to go down, and each day we're getting a day closer to this devil's destruction, man. And that's why you got niggas like Bill Gates. And you say, what did he say? He said, what he said? He said, it says, oh yeah. It says the pledge builds on Snake's record of promoting philanthropy. He, along with ex-wife and Warren Buffett, launched the Giving Pledge in 2010 to encourage wealthy individuals to donate most of their fortune to charitable causes, either during their lifetimes or in their wills. It now has more than 240 signatories. So that means 240 other billionaires or what have you. Talk about how to spread their wealth to help the poor. Exactly what the prophecy said. You're going to try to seek to please the poor, but it's not good enough, man. You have another power that you could never seek, you could never please, and that's YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. So no matter how much money you give, no matter how much you give away, you might just give all your money away now if you was smart. Matter of fact, starting with giving me $10 million, nigga. Y'all got the money. If you worth $200 billion, it's what? It's 337 million people in the population of America. Hell, what? If he's worth 200 billion, isn't it like 8-9 billion people on the earth? You can literally give everybody on the earth, well, the people that's not part of the rich, you could give them $1 billion and that won't even hurt you. That's only gonna be 9 billion. You're worth 200 billion. What's that? What? It says he's worth around $200 billion. He estimates. This is Bill Snakes. He's worth $200 billion. Or he roughly estimates. So he's probably worth more. Like I said, when I was in high school, when I was a junior in high school, it said that his net worth was $48 billion. So I've been in a high school for almost 20 years. I graduated high school 05, supposed to graduate 04, stayed back. So in 2010, him and Warren Buffett and his wife came up with this bullshit. And now we're what? We're what? 15 years later, 2025, and now he's talking about he want to accelerate, he want to make it, speed it up and start doing it in the next 20 years, which means he'll be, well, he's 70 now, so yeah, he said, 20 years. But he says he wanted to give away virtually all his money and in the foundation by December 31st, 2045. And that's just what the Lord said they was going to do. They shall seek to please the poor. That's what the Lord is having you do. Because now you know you at your, that's how we know we're at your end. We're at the end of your kingdom. Here it is. You didn't robbed and murdered the world, and all of a sudden you got a conscience. I'm gonna give away all my money in 20 years when I turn 90. Nigga, who said you gonna make it to fucking 71, nigga? You devils are dropping dead like flies. Y'all don't have immortality. And you 70, you already passed the full age of a man. And what problems you talk about that you got to like you want to start to give away your resources, man? That guilt, man. And you know you at your what? You know you at your end, man. You see you don't think Bill Snake see the prophets out here prophesying against his place, prophesying against his people? You Edomites? Call law YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. For what? Bringing these devils down, man. And he gonna put us back up. He about to bring it back to the days of old and even better than that. Hold up. Speaking of which, made me think of something. Because it mentioned Edom in here. So when you go into the book of Amos chapter 9, I'm going to go to verse 11, it says, it says the restoration of Israel, a promise of restoration in NLT. That's the caption of Amos chapter 9, verse 11. So it says the restoration of Israel, which is who? The seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which are the Israelites. Those are the sons and daughters of God. Those are the only children of God that's walking the earth from that bloodline. Period. Period. No one else. The Lord said that's the covenanted line. All right? So, this is the book of Amos chapter 9, verse 11, and it says, "In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old." Now, we know how David was getting down. David subdued the nation to where how Solomon had 40 years of peace. So, when YAHAWASHI, who was also Solomon in reincarnation, when YAHAWASHI comes back, he about to restore that. And what's going to be the restoration of it? How is it going to be better? It's going to what? Have immortality. All right? Now we go into the NLT of Amos chapter 9, verse 11. It reads, "In that day I will restore the fallen house of David. I will repair its damaged walls from the ruins. I will rebuild it and restore its former glory." The former glory of what? Going back to the time of David and Solomon. But what's going to be the difference? That immortality. That's what these devils don't have, and that's what they be trying to get. Or how they can live longer. You ain't gonna get immortality ever, nigga. Your time is done. They said the triumph of the wicked is short. Bill Snakes is part of the wicked. Warren Buffett is part of the wicked. These elites, these Rothschilds, Rockefellers, all of them, that's the triumph of the wicked. That's short. And now you at your end. That just like that. Now we at your end. All you motherfuckers are old, wrinkled, decrepit, fucking stupid looking, fucking yeah. Continuing on in Amos chapter 9, verse 12, and it says, "That they may possess the remnant of Edom and of all the heathen, which are called by my name, saith the Lord that doeth this, Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI." He said, what? The house of David. The house of the righteous. Being spearheaded by who? YAHAWASHI, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. That's what's about to go down. That's the gospel. Now, you got a bunch of people right now, probably in the fucking Christian churches, where the pastor ain't probably say shit about the Lord's return and what it really entails of, and how this place is going to be destroyed along with it. If you go to a Christian church, they make you believe that America is going to be around when the kingdom of heaven is established, like it's going to be a joint habitation on earth between the Lord and the fucking this America and these fucking the other nations, man. No, the Lord about to put you devils in slavery. And we go into the NLT of Amos chapter 9, verse 12. It reads, and Israel will possess what is left of Edom and all the nations I have called to be mine. The Lord has spoken, and he will do these things. That's what's coming. That's why Bill Gates want to give away all his money. But you already marked for destruction, boy. You have the seed of Edom. You are what's left of Edom. So if Bill Snakes does happen to survive the nuclear destruction, because I'm pretty sure he got a bunker somewhere. I'm pretty sure he got somewhere he's gonna lay. He gonna hide out if that vessel makes it. But at the end of the day, this place you're still done. You can get away every fucking penny you have. You still going into slavery. All right. I'm gonna jump down to verse 14 now. So this is the book of Amos chapter 9, verse 14. So what did the Lord say? He said, I will do these things, right? So he's basically said, I will, he said Israel, so the Israelites will possess what is left of Edom and all the nations I have called to be mine. The Lord has spoken, and he will do these things, right? So after he said, yeah, I will build up the tabernacle of David, and we're going to subdue these nations, right? We're going to be immortals, we're going to have the heavenly bodies. So we jump down to verse 14, it says, and I will bring again the captivity of my people of Israel, and they shall build the waste cities and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and drink the wine thereof. They shall also make gardens and eat the fruit of them. But who's going to be really doing the work? These other nations. How do you think the Lord said we're going to possess them? What do you think they're going to be doing? They're going to be building it. They're going to be planting vineyards, and we're going to drink the wine. They're gonna what? It said they're gonna build the waste cities, but we're gonna inhabit them. They're gonna build it. We're gonna inhabit it. We ain't gonna lift a finger unless it's for our pleasure. But y'all gonna, you nations, you Edomites and you other nations, you're gonna build up our kingdom just like how we built all y'all's kingdom when y'all ruled over us. And we're gonna rule over y'all for eternity though. Y'all had a time to try for the wicked and you other nations. It was short. But now it's our turn. And this is how it was supposed to originally be. We were supposed to rule over you for period. Deuteronomy 28:1. So this is the book of Amos chapter 9 verse 14 in the NLT. It says, I will bring my exiled people of Israel, which is us, back from distant lands. What distant land? America. That's the most distant land that the Israelites are in, all the way on the other side of the earth, the Western Hemisphere. You got the Israelites where we've been exiled out of our land, and now them fucking smallheads, them fucking Amalekites, those rats, those are the fucking heathen that's in our land right now, pertaining to what? Ezekiel the 36th chapter. So yeah, I will bring my exiled people of Israel back from distant lands, and they will rebuild their ruined cities and live in them again. They will plant vineyards and gardens. They will eat their crops and drink their wine. But you other nations are going to be doing all the manual labor. We ain't going to be doing no manual labor. All you nations, starting with Esau, the Lord said, Edom and all the nations, man. You're going to serve the Israelites, man. You're going to serve the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The people the men, women, and children that come from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. That's what's about to take place, man. And them fucking, these Edomites, these super rich, they know what time it is. And they know their time is up. They know the scriptures. Why is it in Daniel, right? Search out the script. You search it out, right? You see the prophets, right? You know you're ruling the earth as the Edomites. Look, you're ruling. And you know you're ruling. You're the one calling the shots. Don't try to backpedal now, Bill Gates. And that's what's about to happen. Hold on, wasn't one more verse in there? Actually, let's finish it off. This is the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 15, and it says, and I will plant them upon their land, and they shall no more be pulled up out of their land, which I have given them, saith the Lord, thy God, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM. Now, that can't apply to them small hats, because they've been in the land, and now they're leaving because of all what's going on. The Lord said, once we were planted in our land, we weren't going to be pulled out again. You got these fucking small heads running through the streets of Israel in fear from all the bombs that's flying over their heads, all the sirens going off. Then the Lord said, none shall make them afraid. Where's your immortality? Where's King David? Where's the Messiah at? The Lord said that he was going to plant us back in the land. Y'all didn't get planted in the land by a supernatural event. All right? I'm gonna finish it off. This is Amos chapter 9, verse 15 in the NLT. I will firmly plant them there in their own land. They will never again be uprooted from the land I have given them, says the Lord your God, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. We're never going to be uprooted out of the land. This means once the true Israelites get to the land of Israel, they're never going to be taken out again. We're never going to go into captivity ever again. We're never going to go off again. We're going to be righteous in the sight of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. And that's through the eyes being righteous in the eyes of his Father through YAHAWASHI. That's why YAHAWASHI got first dibs. He was the only one that pleased the Lord on the earth. By what? Committing no sin. Being blameless, perfect, in the flesh. That's who come back. That's who gonna kick this off. Right up in your ass, Esau. Right up in your ass, Bill Snakes. Right up in your ass, Warren Buffett. Yeah, that's right. YAHAWASHI coming for y'all. You elites, you central banking family, YAHAWASHI is coming for y'all. Know that. Just know that. No matter what you do, you could throw brothers in concentration camps. You could make brothers martyrs. At the end of the day, that don't change your future. That don't change what's going to happen to you. For what you've been doing, how you destroyed the earth, how you destroyed the Lord's people. That's what's about to take. Now the Lord about to destroy you. So, with that, Lord willing, it's edifying. I'm going to give all praises to YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI BAHASHIRIN KAKADASH. Double honors to the apostles of Israel, aka the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue preaching truth and all truth and sincerity. Shalom to all the watching. Shalom. We almost out of here. Shalom. Stay strong, man. Stay prayed up, man. Man, stay watching. Stay diligent. You already know what it is. You see what's happening. Shalom.